Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Elmhurst College in Langhorse Field for tonight's 2018 Women's Soccer Season Opener. Tonight's game features the visiting Dominican University Stars and your Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Before we begin, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Dominican. Starting in goal, number 1, Abby Brown. Number 3, Ashley Huerta. Number 6, Tanya Paez. Number 9, Sammy Hatfield. Number 10, Holly Cochran. Number 11, Jocelyn Williams. Number 15, Gabby Green. Number 16, Carla Guillen. Number 20, Leah Costos. Number 22, Danielle Mason. And number 26, Maggie McClure. The Stars are coached by Carlos Carrillo, assisted by Seth Mason, Sarah Stepanovich, Emily Tyner, Lauren Zallis, and Warren Zallis. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Starting in goal, number 27, Sophia Tuliglowski. Number 2, Sydney O'Keefe. Number 3, Annalisa Lapo. Number 5, Emma Crick. Number 7, Brittany Reinhardt. Number 8, McKinley Grieve. Number 9, Libby Hercules. Number 10, Jamie Lessela. Number 12, Hannah Bacon. Number 17, Kennedy Ehrman. And number 23, MJ Lessela. The Blue Jays are coached by Paul Webster, assisted by Mina Zavistich, James Van Artselen, and Sarah Dobrowski. Our officials for this evening's contest, Daniel Zaliga, Katie Bates, and Buhaig Esalia. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise and direct your attention towards the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. So, to set it, we go set. Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first broadcast of BlueJayTV.com for the 2018 season. Elmhurst College Women's Soccer live on the air tonight. My name is Kevin Jude. I've got the call for you tonight as the Blue Jays kick off the 2018 season by hosting the Dominican University Stars here at Langhorse Field. Elmhurst with high expectations, coming off a 10-6-1 overall season last year, bringing back the majority of the squad, 9 starters in all for Paul Webster's squad. Meanwhile, Dominican NCAA tournament team last year, 17-1-4 overall, 8-0-2 in the NAC conference. Blue Jays and the Stars played to a 0-0 draw last year. Talked about the starting lineup for Elmhurst, bringing back most of their starters. The leading scorer coming back this year, Sydney O'Keefe, had 7 goals from last season, 15 points. Brittany Reinhardt finished with 16 points last year overall, 5 goals, 6 assists. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays will have to slow down Dominican starter Jocelyn Williams. She's back after leading the Stars last year with 31 goals and 66 points. 31 goals, 4 assists for the Stars. Mentioned Jocelyn Williams, just a junior out of Kaysville, Utah. Leading scorer for the Stars last year, 31 goals. Tanya Paez back with 8 goals from last year. Second leading point scorer returning this year with 28. Blue Jays started their returning core in the back. The defense all intact for this team. Sophia Tuliglowski gets the nod in goal tonight for Elmhurst. Meanwhile, it's Abby Brown in the net for the Stars. Brown, a 0.54 goals against average, and we are underway. Officials tonight, Danielle Zaliga, Katie Bates, Bukaib Esseli on the lines. Action underway with the Stars in black with the blue and white numbers on the back. Elmhurst in the all-white navy blue numbers. Paul Webster knew his team would get tested early throughout this season. Scheduling a season opener against Dominican, some tough games on the road against teams like Concordia, home games against Aurora, and road contests at Hope and Olivet, and at Kalamazoo, 3 of the top 4 teams from the Michigan Conference over the last couple seasons. In addition to the very tough CCIW schedule that features a couple of ranked teams in Wheaton and Illinois Wesleyan to start the year. Tuliglowski boots that one downfield. It'll come back to the foot of Tuliglowski. She fires it downfield again. Here are the starting lineups for the Blue Jays. Sydney O'Keefe, Annalisa Lapo, Emma Crick, Brittany Reinhart, McKinley Grieve, Libby Hercules, Jamie Lesela, Hannah Bacon, Kennedy Ehrman, and MJ Lesela. We already mentioned Tuliglowski in goal. Here's the Stars looking to set things up. Centering pass goes off of Ehrman, and it will be a corner kick coming up here for Dominican. First set piece, this is Costos to take the corner for the Stars. Low line drive does not get through. Went off the foot of Hannah Bacon, but Dominican controls. Starters for the Stars. We mentioned Brown in goal, Paez, Sammy Hatfield, Holly Cochran, Jocelyn Williams, Gabby Green, Carla Guillen, Leah Costos, Danielle Mason, and Maggie McClure. Here's a takeaway for the Blue Jays. This is MJ Lesela, the freshman. Brings it downfield for the Blue Jays. Passes off to another freshman in Hannah Bacon. Her centering pass right back at her. Deflected out of bounds by the Stars. Dominican clearing attempt. Shoots that one out of play onto the sideline. There's a throw-in coming for Elmhurst. McKinley Grieve will toss it in to the feet of Jamie Lesla. Guarded closely by Costos. Costos wins the battle and takes it away. In the middle, it's Hatfield. That one shot and goes wide. Goal kick coming up. First touch of the game for Abby Brown. First shot by either squad. Went off the foot of Reinhart and just blasted it wide with a good look from that far side. Here's a takeaway for the Blue Jays. Looking to feed down the middle was MJ Lesla. Couldn't find her, but Lapo controls right in front of the Stars bench. Couldn't keep it in. Out of bounds. Belongs to the Stars. Out of play in front of
the Elmhurst bench. Throw in coming for the Blue Jays. Thought it was going to be Dominican ball. Referee changed positions on that. Says no, it's Stars ball. Or excuse me, it's Blue Jays ball. Across the field pass to the foot of Hannah Bacon. Tried to touch it on to Grieve. Now she has it. Grieve looking for Bacon. Can't find her. It's taken away by the Stars and Gabby Green. Played back by the Stars. Too far out, and it'll be a throw-in for Elmhurst. Little touch from Grieve, out of play. Throw in for the Stars. We talked about the teams last season. Elmhurst 42 goals over 17 games. Dominican 69 goals over 22 games. Blue Jays averaged just under 2.5 goals per game. The Stars averaging just over 3 goals per game at 3.14. Neither team allowing a lot. Just 18 allowed for the Blue Jays at 1.06. The Stars equally stingy. 12 goals allowed on the season in 22 contests. A 0.55 goals against average for Dominican. Brown was the starter last year for the Stars, played 1,986 minutes, a 0.54 GAA, 67 saves, earned 15 shutouts on the season. Stars defense incredibly hard to score against. It was a 0-0 game between the two squads when they met last year. Just one shot so far in the first 7 minutes, near 7 minutes of action. Lapo playing it downfield, too far in front of every Blue Jay. It'll roll all the way out. And a throw-in over the sideline, not the end line. Long throw-in coming for Elmhurst. Headed down by the Stars, now taken back by the Blue Jays. Chipping it ahead, looking for Bacon, and she will not get there. It'll roll out of play and be a throw-in now for, or excuse me, a goal kick for Dominican. Dominican elects to play it short. And the Blue Jays take it right back. Blue Jays looking to get across. Centering pass now is steered out of harm's by the Stars. Crick there for Elmhurst. Now this is Grieve. And back the other way come Dominican. Rushing out to get a foot on that one was Tuliglowski. And we'll just play it out of play. Let the Blue Jays set up defensively. In the middle, Paez had it. Lost it and now touches it back to her teammate in green. Stars will swing it around their defense. This is Mason on the far top of your screen. Nearing midfield. That one booted forward and off an Elmhurst leg, straight back across midfield. Volleyed out of the air by the Jays. Paez looking to spin her way around Crick. Can't do so. Bacon there to stand her up. Send it the other direction, but touched right back to Paez. 9 minutes in the book. Still just one shot in this whole contest. Most of this game being played between the 20-yard lines so far. Ball thrown in and bounces over the head of Williams. Trapped down by Jamie Lesla. Tried to Steer it towards Bacon, but out of play. A throw in for the Stars just across midfield. Green will lob it in. Met by the head of McKinley Grieve. Deflected off of Libby Hercules. Bacon couldn't keep it in, and it's a throw in again for the Stars, this time about 15 yards closer. Jamie Lesla takes it away from the Stars in Hatfield. Lesla springing it down the middle, trying to free MJ Lesla. A little too far, and out to take that one at the top of the box is Brown. Brown drop kicks that one across midfield. Annalisa Lapo, an all-conference performer last year. To the Elmhurst other all-conference performer, that was Sydney O'Keefe, but that one steered out of play. Elmhurst throwing in front of their own bench now. Trapped down by Elmhurst, controlled though by the Stars. Jamie Lesla giving pursuit. It'll go off of Dominican arm. It'll belong to, or off the Dominican leg and belong to the Blue Jays. Right at midfield is McKinley Grieve will have the honors. Throws it into Bacon. Defended by Green and now steered back across midfield by the Stars. Headed forward by Elmhurst. Off the foot of Jamie Lesla and out of play. Throw in for Dominican. Head coach Carlos Carrillo at the bench for the Stars. In his 5th season, Blue Jays head coach Paul Webster in season number 15. The name Carrillo familiar to the Blue Jay fans. Carlos Carrillo, the husband of Elmhurst College women's basketball coach Tefney Carrillo. Tuliglowski goes to the far side for Hercules, could not keep it in, and a throw in deep downfield for the Stars. Nope, not as further down as I thought, about the 25-yard line is where they'll lob in from. Lapo headed back by Hercules, popped in the air again by the Stars, and now pushed forward by the Jays. Steered out. Here's Hannah Bacon with some room to run. Getting there first, however, is Green, and back the other way. Bacon went for a ride as she went over the top after the 50-50 ball. Looks like she's okay. Blue Jays reestablish control near sideline. This is Grieve. Look, Bacon trying to stretch it out. It looks like she'll be okay. Referee coming to check. She says she's fine. Throw in for the Blue Jays here. Battling on the sideline, keeping it in, still in so far. Hannah Bacon comes away with it for the Jays. Touch pass to Reinhardt with some space. Looking forward, puts on the brakes now instead and cuts back towards midfield. There's Jamie Leslie. Gets time for the turn off a leg to Bacon. Headed up into the air by MJ Lesla. And now back by the Stars. Paez slides it downfield for the Stars. Nearly 14 minutes in the books. Still just the one shot for the Blue Jays. Neither keeper really tested here early on yet. Said two very good defensive teams meeting in this contest in this season opener. Throw in comes to Jamie Lesla. Her pass off a Dominican head, back to her for the throw in. She lobs into the foot of O'Keefe. O'Keefe tries to center, now puts on the brakes, finds Brittany Reinhardt. She's got Grieve cutting behind her, but it's broken up by Paez. Paez shoots it forward, and here come the Stars and Huerta. Dominican with some space from the far side. Cutting in and now closing in behind the play to knock it out is Hercules. But this will be a corner kick for the Stars. Second corner for Dominican on the night. Didn't generate a shot on the first one. It's like Costos will be the player to take it for the Stars. Driven back in, headed wide by Dominican. That was Mason up from the defender's spot. Pushed it wide with the head. Stars register their first shot of the game. Tuloglowski's clearing attempt doesn't get past Huerta. Huerta centering pass, and that one's banged over the top. Too high for the Stars and Williams. So it took over 16 minutes for the Stars to register a shot, and they've registered two just 30 seconds apart now. Trapped down by Dominican, battled for near the 40-yard line, and sent on ahead. Lapo gives chase, looks towards the sideline, turns and fires. Nice job to keep it in play. This is O'Keefe dropping back to help out. Pushed ahead, MJ Lesla trying to lob it forward. Nobody there for Elmhurst. And Dominican trying to counter, instead it rolls out of play. Long run opportunity for Dominican. The Blue Jays will play it back to the feet of Tuloglowski. Sends it about 30 yards forward. There to come back are the Stars, though. Opportunity here for Dominican. Turning and firing over the top and wide. Well, that was Guillen. Little momentum now for Dominican. 3 straight shots for the Stars. Bacon fires that one downfield. Here's an on-run rush. Off to the races. It's Williams. Williams in one-on-one. Shoots! And she scores! Williams with the goal for the Stars. 26:31 left on the clock. The assist coming from Paez. The ground ball shot to the far post from Williams. We talked about the Blue Jays would have to slow her down, and Dominican finally strikes. And Jamie Lesala back for the Blue Jays. Here's Bacon. One by Paez in the middle. Play on, says the official. So 1-0 Stars here, 20 minutes into the contest. Took Dominican 16 minutes to register a shot. They've put 4 in a row on the Blue Jays, including one into the back of the net, a breakaway goal for Paez. Here's Grieve. Touched on to Hannah Bacon. Bacon looking for MJ Lesla, met by the Stars. Lesla battling with the Stars defense. Cleared back by Dominican. Over the head of Crick. There to touch it is Williams. Williams with the long pass, but Tuloglowski will come out of the box. Plays it with her feet to Lapo. And now Lapo will push up far side for the Blue Jays. Streaking in. That's going to go off a Dominican leg, the centering pass, and the Blue Jays will get a corner kick out of it. Corner kick from the top of your screen. It's Brittany Reinhardt who will have the honors for Elmhurst. This is where Kennedy Ehrman has been so dangerous in the past for the Blue Jays. Tall defender, found her head many times in the past. Reinhardt sends it in. Over the keeper's head, headed into the air once by Elmhurst and back out by the Stars. Jamie Lesla collects for the Blue Jays, and there to quickly seal it off is Dominican as that ball steered right out of play in front of the Stars bench, and a throw in for the Blue Jays, far side. 23 minutes to go, nearing the midway point of the opening half. O'Keefe can't, but Dominican shoots it back out of play, and another throw in far sideline for Elmhurst. Lobbed out by Dominican. There's Paez. Taking it away is Bacon. Here's Grieve. She's going to turn and play it all the way back out to Tuloglowski, who comes out to the 20-yard line, now touched on to Lampo. Williams applies some light pressure. Crick slides it to her right, top of the field. Back in the middle, this is Crick. Working sideline to sideline now. Here's Grieve with some space. Grieve, touch to Bacon, tries to touch it around her defender. It ricochets around and scooped up by the Stars keeper, Brown. 21 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in period number 1. Brown with the drop kick. Paez got a foot on it. Blue Jays will play that one back to Tuloglowski. Ehrman for Jamie Lesala. Turns the circle towards the top of the field, steers it towards O'Keefe. Could not keep it in play. This will be a Stars throw-in, and we're going to stop the clock. Sure, if this is just a mandated water break here, perhaps, as we hit the just about 21 minutes to go. So while we have a moment, we'll leave you here on the field to step out. Elmhurst Dominican at 1-0 in favor of the Stars. Ready for the resumption of play now? As Dominican lobs it in. Hercules tracks it down over the sideline, lets it roll out, and it'll be a Blue Jay throw-in far side. Sent back downfield. And now the Stars looking to counter. Nice job by Elmhurst to break it up. Just momentarily, though, as Dominican recovers and tries one more time to counter. This one steered out of play far side. Throw in for Dominican, top of the field. Headed out of play. It'll be another Stars throw in as we have 20 minutes to go here in half number one. O'Keefe trying to drive it forward. Cut off. And now sent downfield by the Blue Jays. MJ Lesla giving pursuit. Stars are there first. Lesla still chasing after that one, but now knocked downfield. Here's a centering pass towards the middle for Williams. It'll bound into the box, though, on two hops. Tuliglowski fields it and steers it out to the right side. Some room for Elmhurst now. Blue Jays will pass it back to their defense. No. Substitutions for the Blue Jays. Three of them, in fact. Starting with Yasmin Chavez, Lauren Wesolowski, and Madison Howe all entering the game for Elmhurst. Wesolowski, a freshman out of Naperville. Chavez, a transfer, was with the Blue Jays last year but had to sit out due to CCIW transfer rules, transferred over from North Central College. Transferring within the league requires a one-year sitting period. Seeing her first action as a Blue Jay now. Also Madison Howe, one of the starters from last year, entering the game for her first action. As the clock rolls down to 18 minutes. Huerta. Looked like it went off of her leg, and officials, nope, got a Dominican sub. Number 14, that's Daniela Tover Miranda. Lobs in for Huerta. Steered out by the Blue Jays, and another lob coming for Dominican in the form of Green. Lapo fields it on the one bounce. Lob downfield. O'Keefe gives chase, but Dominican sets up first. Here's the Stars. Huerta tries to turn her way around Grieve. That pass broken up by Jamie Lesala. Here's Chavez. She's got some good speed to the outside. Chavez with a good run coming down the left sideline. Puts on the brakes, loses her footing, doesn't touch it with her arm. Play on. Chavez turns. That one hits the referee as she was trying to spring Jamie Lesala. Dominican clears back out towards midfield, but there are the Blue Jays. O'Keefe headed on by Lesala. No one home, though, for Elmhurst, and well wide. And a goal kick coming up here as we roll down nearing 16 minutes to go. Some contact near the sideline. It'll go out of bounds and a throw in for the Stars. Dominican lobs downfield. Opportunity here for the Stars. Williams cutting in. Keeps her footing. Williams straight in centering, and she shoots it wide. Looked like she was going to try to center that one. I think changed her mind, went for the angle instead. And it looks like it got a piece of an Elmhurst player, actually, the defender, and that's why it got poked out of play. So this is a corner kick for the Stars. There's the corner. Knocked around and collected by Tuliglowski out of harm's way. "14 minutes, 25 seconds left to go. Tuliglowski takes her time, takes a look. Looks for Chavez, headed back the other direction by the Stars. Kennedy Ehrman controls for Elmhurst. She has Grieve to her left. Will shoot it downfield looking for Lesala. Off the Stars' foot, out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Blue Jays. And a substitution first. Haley Parr is the substitute for the Blue Jays, replacing MJ Lesala with 13:30. Another throw in for Elmhurst, a few yards closer as it's steered right out of play by the Stars. Grieve. Lobs downfield. Here's O'Keefe. O'Keefe puts it on the ground with a centering pass. No one home. Easy scoop up for Brown. Boomed into the air off the foot of Paez. She collects for the Stars. Here's Parr. To Reinhardt. Reinhardt with some time and some space. Turns and will touch it back to Ehrman. Ehrman gives it right back to Reinhardt. Here's O'Keefe with a little step to the outside. O'Keefe into the box, and it's poked loose by Dominican. This will be a corner for the Blue Jays. Brittany Reinhardt will take the corner for Elmhurst. Corner on its way, looking far side for Ehrman, and she heads it wide. Good opportunity for the Blue Jays, looking for Kennedy Ehrman. Tried to tuck it far post, but pushed it too far wide, and a goal kick for the Stars. Second registered shot of the contest for the Blue Jays now. Pressure applied by Elmhurst. Dominican keeps it. Lapo there for Elmhurst. Tried to clear that one and unable to get out of the way that time was Madison Howe. It went off of Howe's body. It'll be a throw-in for the Stars right in front of the scores table. Touched by Lapo. We'll play that one back to the feet of Tuliglowski. Shot by Reinhardt. Start and stop. Keeps possession for the Blue Jays. Ehrman, now Lapo. Touch pass and a little too far for Reinhardt. A little behind Grieve that time as we roll down towards the 10-minute, 20-second mark. Reinhardt. Back to Grieve. Looks for Chavez. Chavez has it taken away by Paez. Cleared out of play by the Stars. Throw in for Elmhurst. Opportunity for the Blue Jays to counter. Driven downfield by Elmhurst. Lapo will touch back to the foot of Tuliglowski in the box. Some space for Elmhurst to operate. It's Reinhardt. Chipped ahead. Here's Chavez giving chase. Loose at the top and coming out to steal that one is Brown. Contact there with Chavez and a whistle and a foul on Elmhurst. First foul of the entire contest. Centering pass for Dominican. Steered out of play. Contact, play on, says the official. Dominican keeps possession. Centering pass back towards the top, and Reinhardt will just shoot it out of play. Stars with some time. Taken away by the Blue Jays. Far side. It's O'Keefe racing in for Elmhurst. Has control. Centering pass off a Dominican leg. It's a corner for the Blue Jays. So Reinhardt will tee it up one more time for Elmhurst as we roll down to 6:40. That one bounces into the box a couple times, still loose to the far side. Off of Reinhardt, and it'll be a Dominican throw-in now. Dominican fires that one downfield. It'll hop up into the air, headed on by Elmhurst. And now pop back downfield by the Stars. Play on, says the official. Just one foul called so far today in the first nearly 40 minutes of action. That was on Chavez at the top of the box on a loose ball. Here's the Stars collecting, trying to get something going. It's Huerta. Here comes the cross. Nobody home for the Stars. It'll roll all the way out to the far side. It will stay in where Elmhurst will play it. Shooting it forward. It's kept in by Dominican. Near the corner flag. Here's the Stars with an opportunity. Paez just inside the box. Play on. That ball volleyed around a couple times. O'Keefe overran it a little bit, and Dominican able to come back the other direction. Paez now with a touch. Stood up by Reinhardt. Now Reinhardt knocked down by Paez. Loose to the far side. Will roll out off of an Elmhurst leg, and we've got a substitution for both teams. Megan Mrazek entering the game for the Blue Jays. Throw in for the Stars. Their sub Fiona Van Tinlingen. Tailingen, excuse me. Down to 3:45 to go. Chavez met by Paez, plays back to Mrazek. Mrazek with some time, touches it ahead. Here's Grieve putting on a run from the outside. Off the foot of Grieve, and it'll be a throw-in for the Stars. Ball loose and another throw in for Dominican now. Headed in the air a couple times. Reinhardt gives chase, goes to the far side. Dominican trying to keep it in, they cannot. Touched around a couple times, off the official a second time. O'Keefe to Chavez. Trying to turn, knocked down, play on. Here's Dominican looking to counter. Tuliglowski going to come out and blind drive that one all the way back downfield to O'Keefe. Looking for Parr and Chavez, no one home, but the Blue Jays retain possession. It's O'Keefe. Elmhurst on the far side, 1:30 to go. Play it out of bounds. Down to 107. Under a minute to go now. Contact from behind. It went off of the Dominican player, though, and Elmhurst throw-in. Officials really letting them play. Only just one foul in the entire contest. Ehrman back towards the middle. Off an Elmhurst leg. Here's Ehrman again. Looking for Grieve. And this might do it for the half as it'll roll out. Let's see how much time Dominican elects to kill off the clock with just 30 seconds. Elmhurst regains possession momentarily. Now the Stars take it back. Here's Reinhardt. In the middle, Mrazek, far side. Here's Howe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So your score at the half. Dominican 1, Elmhurst 0. We'll pause momentarily, be back after 15 minutes. The start of the second half. Coming your way next, you're watching Elmhurst College Women's Soccer on BlueJayTV.com. Back for the call of the second half. Elmhurst and Dominican ready to get things underway. It's 1-0 Dominican in the first half. Just a very defensive-minded game. Just 6 shots total between the two squads. 4 for the Blue Jays, 4 for the Stars, 2 for the Blue Jays. The goal was Jocelyn Williams coming on a breakaway touch from Tanya Paez. Down the middle, one-on-one against Tuliglowski, beat her to the top of the far post. It's like starters back for both squads as we get things underway. It'll be Elmhurst touch to start the second half. And the touch by the Blue Jays. We are underway. 45 minutes left to go. Elmhurst trails at 1-0. Lights are on now at Langhorst Field as the sun dropping behind the trees and plenty of cloud cover. Paez touches on for Williams. There to meet it is Lapo for the Jays. Off a Dominican leg, so it'll be a throw-in for the Blue Jays. Turning, Crick going to the far side. O'Keefe couldn't corral it. It bounces away towards the far sideline. Now she's got it, spins it back towards the inside, but Dominican there to defend. O'Keefe looking to pull the trigger and now cleared out by the Stars. Controlling, this is Lapo. Touched ahead. Poked out of play by Dominican. Or excuse me, by the Blue Jays. It's a Stars throw-in now. Crick trying to go down the middle, stood up by the Stars. Here's Paez. Touch finds Williams. Blue Jays take it away, though. And here's Hannah Bacon. Spins back towards the middle for Reinhardt. Touch back to Kennedy Ehrman in the middle. Far side, this is Grieve. On to Jamie Lesala. Lesala with a step to the outside. Lesala changes direction in towards the middle. Stumbled a little bit. It was losing her balance as her shot is blocked. Steered out, but collected by the Blue Jays. And centered back to Reinhardt. Bacon punches it ahead for Hercules. Hercules will get there. Can she keep it in? Yes. Off the Dominican leg, and this will be a corner kick for the Blue Jays. Oh, he lost the try to was looking for the flag. No wonder I couldn't see it. It fell off the stick. So Brittany Reinhardt with the corner kick for Elmhurst. Here it comes. Headed out by the Stars. Elmhurst putting some pressure on here to start the second half. This is Lesala. Steered back, Grieve. Felt a little pressure coming from Williams, so she just drops it back to Tuliglowski. This one will bounce over to Libby Hercules. Ehrman. Lost it to Paez. Paez starting the Dominican attack far side. ridden off nicely by Ehrman, was Holly Cochran. Grieve touches to Jamie Lesla. Looking for Reinhardt contact, and that'll get a whistle. Just the second foul of the contest. Both whistles against Elmhurst. One was one you had to call at the top of the box with collision with the goalkeeper. This one a little shove in the back from Reinhardt and gets the whistle. Maggie McClure will take the free kick for Dominican. That one heads in. It's loose for Williams, and a save by Tuloglowski. Great recovery save by Sophia Tuloglowski, keeping this one a one-goal game. And Williams, just a smile on her face. She thought she could have had her second of the night. Was in one-on-one again, and this time it was Tuloglowski up to the challenge with a save. Went off a Dominican head into the races for Williams, and Tuloglowski saved it, it bounded away, and then Elmhurst was finally able to clear it. Bacon goes down hard, lost her headband in that collision. Here's Jamie Lesla. O'Keefe tries to bring it in. Here's the Stars looking to counter, trying to find Huerta, but Elmhurst there to go the other direction. Nearly 7 minutes played in the second half. Elmhurst had some more pressure, still have yet to generate a shot, though. Dominican with a great chance moments ago from Williams, but Tuloglowski stoned her. And it's a throw-in for Elmhurst. Hannah Bacon slips it up to Hercules. Hercules the one touch too far for Crick. MJ Leslie gives some pursuit. Dominican will clear it into the box, and the touch from Brown too far in front for her defender in Mason, and it'll be an Elmhurst throw-in deep in the Stars' territory. A little miscommunication between Dominican goalkeeper and her defender. Now a throw-in opportunity for Elmhurst. Line drive sent towards the box, crossing play, but no one home for Elmhurst. Touch on. Here's Jamie Lesla for O'Keefe down the far sideline. Too far out of play. 36:40 left to play in regulation. Still Dominican 1, Elmhurst 0. Glad you're with us tonight watching the 2018 season opener for both Elmhurst and Dominican. It's a doubleheader tonight from Langhorst Field. The men's soccer team opens up with Loras College. That game coming your way at 7:30 tonight. Lobbed in off the head of Ehrman. It'll be out of play for Dominican. Here's Reinhardt, touch back. Lost it the other way as Paez, now taken away by the Blue Jays and Bacon. Bacon goes down, Paez takes it back. Little two-player battle right now between Bacon and Paez. Paez controls, touches back to Hatfield. Hatfield slides it to McClure. With time, takes a look down the middle. That one will hop into the box. Ehrman shields off Cochran coming in from the top, and Tuliglowski able to field on the second hop. She'll put it down to her feet. Ehrman. Slides to Lapo. Lapo will push it up. MJ Lesla had come back for it. It went too far in front of her. Lapo there to intercept. Now Ehrman with some time to settle. Kennedy Ehrman takes a look. Paez gets a leg on it for the Stars. It'll bound free. And not able to keep it in was Bacon, so it'll be a throw-in for the Stars. 10 minutes gone by, almost 11 in the books in the second half. Still 1-0 Dominican. Bounces over the head of a Stars player. Therefore, the Blue Jays is Lapo. Off the leg of MJ Lesla, comes loose to Paez. Paez trying to stutter step her way in around Reinhardt. Can't do it. Reinhardt goes the other way for Elmhurst now. Reinhardt plays it downfield for MJ Lesla. Back to play defensively is Mason. Mason gets there first, slides it over for the Stars. Trying to steer that one free was MJ Lesla. Dominican and Huerta collect. Mason played it out of bounds, though. A throw in for Elmhurst. Said in the first half, can say it again, it's still accurate. Most of this game being played between about the 15-yard line on each side of the field. This one bounds in. Burke will come out, Brown will come up and field that one. Just 7 total shots, 5 for the Stars, 2 for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays had the first one, then the Stars rattled off 4 in a row before Elmhurst got another one. Blue Jays don't have one registered yet here in this half. Here's Huerta for the Stars. Working on Hercules. Hercules wins it for the Blue Jays. Plays it up the line for Bacon. Emma Crick had it stood up and taken away by Costas. Here's Hatfield pushing it ahead. Flag comes up. Stars are offside. Ehrman fires downfield, headed on by MJ Lesla. Here comes the Blue Jays in pursuit. It's Jamie Lesla down the middle, almost knocked it free to herself. As I don't think the Stars defender knew that Lesla was closing in. Hercules and Huerta in a battle. Huerta has it for the Stars. Here's Dominican on the counter. And we're going to have a whistle. That'll stop the clock. And a yellow card coming here for the Blue Jays. Yellow card on Elmhurst and Elisa Lapo. Contact from behind outside the box. So the Stars will get a free kick from about 30 yards out. Huerta had a run. Contact from behind. That'll be a card most of the time here. As Lapo booked for the yellow card in the infraction. Free kick coming up from McClure. There's the whistle. And the touch from McClure. Far side, and it'll just bounce wide. And a goal kick coming. Substitution for the Stars.
Dominican 14 and for 9.
Tovar Miranda back in as Hatfield heads out. Tuliglowski spins that one downfield. It's headed straight back in by the Stars, and Tuliglowski having to come right back out and take it on the one hop before Williams could get there. Looks for Hercules. Trapped down. Now Huerta's there for the Stars, though. Pops that one into some free space. Huerta will get there first. Working on the end line. Plays it off of Lapo, and it's a corner for the Stars. Maggie McClure, the sophomore defender, will tee it up for Dominican. There's the kick from McClure. Bounces free. Dominican able to win the race. They'll play it back to Paez. Paez changes direction, centers back towards the middle. Stepping in front is Bacon, and now driven up over the top and high are the Stars.
Elmhurst 34 and for 12. 13 and for 7. 22 and for 23.
Multiple subs coming for the Blue Jays. Sixth shot of the contest for Dominican. Corners are 4 apiece. Chavez back for Elmhurst, along with Wesolowski. And Anna Corona, the first look for her. Playing up front. 2 new forwards for the Blue Jays in Chavez and Corona. Contact, whistle, and a foul. No card, just a hard contact and a foul against the Blue Jays. Dominican player shaken up. Referee did call for the clock stoppage. Can't bring the trainers out on the field. Elmhurst training staff, Dominican coach Carlos Carollo heading out to check on the shaken up Stars player. Referee actually did show the yellow card to Chavez on that play, as the Stars player still banged up, being helped off the field very slowly. Not a lot of pressure on that leg right now. Substitution for the Blue Jays as well, as Lisa Valjusti sees her first action. Clock frozen at 28:36 in this contest. Still Dominican 1, Elmhurst 0. Back underway now as the Stars fire it downfield. Dominican with a run to the far sideline. There to slow it down is Ehrman for the Blue Jays. Battling. She'll just let it go over the end line, and a goal kick for Elmhurst. 28 minutes to go here. Bumped in the air a couple times. Ehrman steers it back downfield looking for Chavez. Chavez is there for Elmhurst. It's played out by the Stars. Crick tries to bounce it off a Stars player. She does. Elmhurst throwing, 27 minutes to go. Poked out of play. Blue Jays keep driving it further up the field on these throw-in attempts. MJ Lesala slides over Valjusti. Here's Ehrman to Jamie Lesala. She's got Valjusti down the right side if she wants her. That one touched on by Dominican, nearly to Valjusti, but it hit the official, went out of bounds. And an Elmhurst throw-in for Valjusti. Skips behind Chavez. Leslie got a foot on it, but steered out again by Dominican, as this one will push the Blue Jays back a little bit. Substitution now for the Jays.
Elmhurst 7 is for 5.
Brittany Reinhardt back for Elmhurst. Throw in for the Jays. Lesala battling, couldn't keep it in. It's a goal kick now for the Stars. 25 minutes, 40 seconds to go in regulation. Still, Dominican leads at 1-0. Second game of our doubleheader coming your way at 7:30 tonight. Elmhurst College men's soccer team taking on Loris. Dominican keeps that one alive and in play. Reinhardt recovers for the Blue Jays. Plays down the middle for Lesla. Off the head of Chavez into the box. Coming out, though, is Brown, and she'll scoop it up for the Stars. Good read by the sophomore keeper from Dominican. Didn't hesitate off her line, coming straight out to take that one. Williams, Paez. Paez met by the Blue Jays and steered back by Wesolowski. O'Keefe. That one popped towards the Elmhurst bench and out of play. It'll be another throw in for Elmhurst. 24 minutes, 20 seconds left in regulation. Here's Jamie Lesla on her way into the box. Far side. Stood up by one defender, keeps her feet, touched back by Dominican, and now they control. And will steer it, but not out of harm's way yet. O'Keefe loads up, pushes it back towards the front. Chavez will win the foot race for Elmhurst. Will turn and take plenty of time. Takes a look. Paez is there for the Stars. She's been all over the field so far for Dominican, but lost it to Chavez. Paez battling with Chavez. Touches back to the Stars defense. Back downfield off a Dominican player. Elmhurst pressing right now, but Dominican holding on. That one trapped between the legs of Huerta. Does an excellent job to keep possession. And now we'll shoot it all the way downfield. Tuliglowski will look ahead to Valjusti. They'll come right back to Tuliglowski. This at the top of the box. Pop forward by Jamie Lesla. There is Brittany Reinhardt. Valjusti back to Reinhardt. Looking to spring Chavez down the near sideline, MJ Lesla's pass off a Stars defender. There's Huerta. And the Stars will fire that one downfield. Elmhurst has had possession on this half of the field for the last 2 minutes or so. Still haven't registered a shot, though, this half. Is nearly at the midway point, actually. Officially now at the midway point of the second half. Paez. Flag is up. Dominican is offside. Driven downfield for the Jays. Off to the races goes Karuna. Poked out by the Stars. It's a throw-in for Dominican. Substitutions for both squads.
Dominican 9 in for 11. Elmhurst 5 in for 10.
Hatfield back for Dominican. Crick returns for the Blue Jays. Jamie Leslie gets a breather. Throw-in coming far sideline. Karuna plays it back to Crick. She's got the fresh legs, just back in off the bench. Fires that one down. And now here's an opportunity for the Stars on a breakaway. Racing in, it's Huerta all alone. And a save by Tuliglowski. Second big save of the game on a breakaway by Tuliglowski. She has single-handedly kept this a one-goal game. And now Huerta drives it far side and high. Two big saves. Otherwise, this could easily be a 3-0 lead right now for Dominican if Tuliglowski didn't register two big saves.
Elmhurst 16 in for 34 and 23 in for 22.
MJ Lesla and Haley Parr enter the field for the Blue Jays on the substitutions. Goal kick coming for Tuliglowski as the clock winds down, nearing 20 minutes to go. Not a lot of distance on that one. It'll be a throw-in for the Stars. One volleyed into the air. Tuliglowski will take it on a two-hop. Looks to the near side. Now will drop it down and play it to her feet. Trying to push the Elmhurst offense forward a little bit. There's a line drive kick down the middle of the field. Huerta has it headed back by the Blue Jays. Here's Crick. Crick spins that one to the near sideline. It's Valjusti. Valjusti with some time tried to find MJ Lesala. Back off the leg of Valjusti. Reinhardt in a battle. Reinhardt wins it for Elmhurst. With some numbers, she's got O'Keefe streaking in, but the flag is up. Elmhurst is offside. Best opportunity maybe of the half for the Blue Jays, but O'Keefe couldn't stay on side. 18:50 to go. Opportunity for the Stars here. A little 3-on-3, but Ehrman steps in front of that pass and ends that opportunity. Ehrman works back towards the middle, now slides it forward for Crick. Crick will turn towards midfield and now drive it across to the bottom of your screen for Valjusti. Valjusti looking for Wesolowski is taken away by the Stars. Huerta battling with Wesolowski. Huerta controls, now slips it over to Costas. Her pass steered clear by the Blue Jays and Grieve. Just the shadows right now still for sun starting to really go down here at Langhorse Field. The lights not quite in full effect, but will be before the start of that men's game tonight at 7:30. Substitution now for Elmhurst.
Elmhurst 9 in for 8.
Hercules back on the field as Grieve heads off. There's Huerta. Ball went off an Elmhurst leg. Throw in for Dominican on the far side. Stars lead at 1-0. Nearly 29 minutes in the book for this second half. Flipped on ahead off of the back of Hercules. Another Stars throw in. Headed around, out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Blue Jays. Another Elmhurst substitution coming as well.
Elmhurst 11 in for 14.
Madison Howe checks in. Lisa Valjusti out. Blue Jays will play it to their defense this time. Let Ehrman fire it downfield. O'Keefe to Crick. Lost it. Here's the Stars. Looking for Paez. Ehrman gets ahead on it and will put it into the Stars bench. Dominican doing a solid job defensively. Elmhurst, well, having some momentum early, still not registered a shot here. 3 shots on goal in total. 1 went into the net for the Stars. 2 big-time saved by Sofia Tuliglowski. Paez has her centering pass steered out by the Blue Jays, headed on by O'Keefe. Here's MJ Lesala looking to get free around the corner, can't do so. But Ehrman there to intercept for Elmhurst. Has some time and some space in front of her. Ehrman. This is Libby Hercules looking. Fires that one in. That'll one-hop in there. And coming out to grab it is Brown. Ball knocked around. Far side. Here's Paez. She can fly down the sideline, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And are we going to have another clock stoppage? Yes, we will. And was that Ehrman, I believe?
Elmhurst 17, yellow.
Third yellow card of the contest for the Blue Jays. That is 2 more than the team had the entire 2017 season. Just 1 last year, 3 yellows already tonight. On the touch, the clock will restart with 13:55. Here we go. Over 2/3 of this second half is in the book. Parr battling with Huerta. Won by Elmhurst. Here's Parr. Time to take a look. Now Huerta closes in from behind and takes it away. Mason. To McClure. Booms that one ahead. Paez streaking in. There to collect, though, is Mason again. Check that. That's Costas. Got a Dominican player down. Play on. Looks like she's okay. It was Huerta who got a little shaken up, but on her feet. O'Keefe will play it back to the Elmhurst defense as the clock winds to 13 minutes. Starting to get short on time for the Blue Jays. In the middle, Reinhardt ahead to Lesala. Lesala turns, plays it into some open space. Running up on that one is Parr, and Dominican will just play it out of bounds. A throw incoming. Turning and firing that one onto the net, and a save was Crick. First save of the contest registered by Brown. Ball bounds loose. Grieve stood up by Huerta. Huerta wins the battle. Lapo. Now Paez has it. Paez shooting and going over the top.
Dominican 11 for 10. Elmhurst 34 for 23. 8 for 11. And 10 for 13.
4 subs coming in here. Williams back for the Stars. She was off for a breather. Chavez back for Elmhurst, along with Grieve and Jamie Lesala. There's Crick up the far side. Out of bounds, it will be a throw-in for the Stars. Don't forget, second game of our doubleheader, scheduled start time approximately 7:30 p.m. as the Blue Jays and the Dewhawks of Loras College open the 2018 season here at Langhorse Field. Elmhurst knocked off the Dewhawks 2-1 last year at Langhorse Field. Coming back defensively is Parr. Stepping in front, Hercules. Here's Reinhardt as the clock under 11 minutes to go now. Reinhardt from Parr. Reinhardt keeps control for Elmhurst. Spins it down the sideline for Grieve. Grieve, stutter step into the box for O'Keefe. Shielded away momentarily, still loose. Loose to the front, shooting! And putting that one wide was Reinhardt. So some pressure coming now from the Jays. They went over 25 minutes without a shot in the half. Elmhurst went over 25 minutes without a shot in this half. But now have put 2 quick ones on. Dominican Out shooting Elmhurst 9-4. Substitution for the Stars at the last throw-in was Cochran in. Huerta's getting a breather for the Stars. Touched on, looking for par. Brown came streaking out, but the Stars defense got there first. When lofted into the air by Dominican, brought back down by Jamie Lesala, and played out into the Blue Jay bench with 9:20 to go. Lobbed in. Pushed out of play. Substitution for Elmhurst. Kristen Kelly coming on here at the end. Trying to bring some fresh legs up front for the Blue Jays. Kelly has a bounce off her leg. Retains possession, though. Paez battling with Hercules. Hercules slips it over to Ehrman. Downfield for Jamie Lesala, now to the far sideline. This is Grieve. Looks for O'Keefe, touched back to Grieve. Elmhurst still with possession. Dominican will wind up and clear it downfield, though. 7.5 to go. Williams will just blast this one downfield. Slow things down, take some time off the clock. Tuliglowski goes over all the way to the sideline to keep that one in. Keeps it from wasting too much time. Headed on by O'Keefe. Crick turns, fires that one downfield. No one home for Elmhurst, though. It'll roll all the way to the feet of Brown. Here's an opportunity for the Stars. Racing in, shooting and pushing it wide was Cochran. Blue Jays will play it out to their defense here. 6 minutes, 15 seconds, all that's left. Brown will wait for it to trickle in. She can waste a couple seconds off the clock, and she will. 6 minutes even on the clock. Lofted into the air. That'll head out of play. Throw in for Elmhurst. All the way down to 5.5 to go. Ehrman looking for Kelly. Pokes it all the way downfield. Dominican can take some time off the clock now with these throw-ins. Under 5 minutes, or nearing the 5-minute mark. Stars subbing with the lead. The clock will stop, so I don't know if Carlos Carrillo will do that or not. O'Keefe tried to keep it in, could not. It's a goal kick for the Stars, and more time going to come off this clock. for Elmhurst to start really having to press here in the final few minutes, trying to find the equalizer. Loose on the field. Elmhurst collects. Here's Hercules. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Hercules down the middle, streaking in. It's O'Keefe off the trap. O'Keefe with a shot and a save. Loose on the field. Kelly scores! Kristen Kelly, the equalizer on the rebound. Long ball in. It got loose on the field right to Kelly, and she buried it in the corner. So credit the assist to O'Keefe. This one down to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. There's Paez trying to find it. It's steered out of bounds. We got a whistle and a throw-in or a whistle and a foul, rather. So a foul against Dominican. That's their first of the contest. So Paul Webster's substitution to Kelly, and the fresh legs pay off. She was in the right place, right time for the rebound, and stuffed it home as we're 1-1 here with 2 minutes and 20 seconds. See if Elmhurst can keep the momentum up. Thrown downfield. Lapo can't keep it in. Throw in coming now for the Stars. It's Williams. Lobs it in. Loose out in front for Dominican. Touchback, shooting, and no, breaking it up. Now a shot and a save by Tuliglowski. She has come up big here in the second half. Another point-blank save. Cleared downfield for Elmhurst. 1:45 left to go, and now a tie game. And now a giveaway for the Blue Jays. This one's loose to the top, but Tuliglowski will come in and get there before Williams can. Almost a 3-on-3 situation, but they led Williams too far. Dominican on the counter again. It's Williams. Touches into some open space. Paez streaking in from the far side. Paez battling with Hercules. Paez gets there first. Paez. That one off the back of an Elmhurst player. It's a corner for the Stars. 1 minute to play. Wasting no time this time are the Stars getting that corner kick in play. And it's shot right back out by the Blue Jays. This time it's a throw-in. 45 seconds now. Waiting for the ball to come in, as the other ball from the corner was the one that went fire over the top. Loose in the box, whistle, and it goes against the Stars for a handball. So this one looks like it might be ticketed for overtime. 22 seconds all that's left here because Elmhurst have one last push. Reinhardt with 17. As the countdown about to begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So overtime in the season opener. Elmhurst and Dominican knotted at 1. We'll step away. We'll bring you the call of the overtime period. Back in about 5 minutes, you're watching Elmhurst College Women's Soccer on BlueJayTV.com. Getting ready for the start of overtime here. Extra soccer on opening night. Elmhurst tying it up late on a Sydney O'Keefe shot that was rebounded. Out in front, Kristen Kelly cleaned it up, and the Blue Jays found the equalizer with just minutes left on the clock. 4 minutes, 12 seconds to be precise. Golden goal situation now. Next goal wins it. Here's the Stars. This is Williams, a dangerous player for Dominican, and Ehrman gets a good leg on it to break up the feed for Huerta. Couple different lineup looks for the Blue Jays. Kelly stays out. Chavez stays out for Elmhurst as well. Downfield. Here's Crick with some room. Crick still on the run. To the far side, it's O'Keefe. O'Keefe in onside, centering pass back towards the middle and broken up by Dominican. Looking for the leg of Crick, but couldn't find her. O'Keefe back for Crick. Chavez turns, shoots. Did that catch an arm? No. Shot blocked by the Stars. Ehrman will steer it back in. Kelly heads it down. O'Keefe gets there, but it's popped up by the Stars. Volleyed out of the air by Elmhurst, and now Dominican controls. Paez leaves for Williams. Williams tries to go opposite side for Huerta, and it's knocked out of the air by Grieve. Popped by Crick. Crick controls. Looking for Jamie Lesla. Can't find her. We had an extra ball on the field there coming in, so we'll stop it momentarily. No. Popped up in the air by the Stars. Dominican out shooting Elmhurst 11-7. Chavez plays it back for Elmhurst. Keeping it in play. And now poking it out is Tovar Miranda. Driven far side. Swept downfield by Elmhurst. Kelly will trap it down. She's got O'Keefe to her left. O'Keefe collects. This is Crick now. Chavez is open down the right side. That's where she goes. Here's Chavez streaking down the middle. It is Lesla and ridden off the ball nicely, and Brown out to scoop it up. Good defense by Dominican here. Chavez lost it to the Stars. Bang downfield, it's loose. Williams racing in. Lapo's going to win it first to Luglowski. Tells her to slide it to her left. She does. 6 minutes, 15 seconds. Here's Huerta. With some space, steps around an Elmhurst defender. Turns and fires. Tuloglowski laying out for that one. Knocks it down, and another save. Fourth save of the contest for the Elmhurst keeper. Crick downfield. Here comes O'Keefe off to the races, but Brown is going to get there first. Back the other way, the Blue Jays one more time. Winding up is Jamie Lesla. And Brown will take it on the one hop. 12-8 the shot count in favor of Dominican. But the Blue Jays have had the advantage late. Williams, loose in front. Here's Paez, off an Elmhurst leg. Paez battling for it. Blasting that one well wide was Tovar Miranda. Substitutions for the Blue Jays.
12 is for 34, 23 is for 19, and 13 is for 5.
Hannah Bacon back. MJ Lesela back. And Wesolowski into the lineup now as well. Saved, kept in by Dominican. Ball bounces back out towards the 25, settled down by the Stars. Tovar trying to get her way free. Here's MJ Lesla near the 40. Steered back by Dominican as we hit 4 minutes to go here in the first overtime. Paez will play back for the Stars. Tovar Miranda. Nowhere to go. Elmhurst with control now. Popped ahead. Here's MJ Lesla down the left side. Collision, play on. It'll roll out of bounds, belonging to Elmhurst. Last touched by the Stars. And that rolled over the end line. That's going to be a corner kick for the Blue Jays. Thought him been off the side. Nope. Going to be a corner for Elmhurst with 3:15 left. Reinhardt will restart for the Blue Jays. Overshoots everyone. Grieve putting on some speed, trying to keep it in. She cannot catch up to it. Dominican throw incoming as we hit under 3 minutes to go. Substitution now for the Stars.
Dominican 10 and for 26.
Holly Cochran back for Dominican. Clock rolling down to 2:22. Popped up into the air. Whistle and a foul against the Blue Jays. As we hit the 2-minute mark to go. Whistle, and this one out of bounds. It belongs to the Blue Jays on the throw-in with $1:30 to go. Lapo will restart. Here's MJ Lesela to her sister Jamie. Jamie trying to turn the corner, keeps it in. Touch to Bacon. Bacon's got room into the box. Bacon centering pass out in front. Score! Game winner for the Blue Jays as Sydney O'Keefe nets it.
I have no idea. I messed it up somehow. Now it says 4. Okay.
So the final score, Elmhurst 2, Dominican 1. The Blue Jays looked like they were on the verge of starting 0-1 this season, but a late goal in regulation, and now the game-winning goal. It goes Lesala to Bacon to O'Keefe. So that'll do it here for our broadcast of the women's game. The final score, Elmhurst 2, Dominican 1. The game winner coming from Sydney O'Keefe with just 57 seconds left in the first overtime as Elmhurst picks up the victory here. Make sure you come right back to us. We'll have the men's soccer contest starting in approximately 30 minutes from now as Elmhurst and Loris kick things off to open the 2018 season